Grimzy, I have more questions. And those of you guys who are watching, welcome to our first ever episode of Misinformed and Unaware. Our current topic is Pokemon. For those guys who don't know, I've been playing through Pokemon Fire Red. We've made small clips about it on TikTok and YouTube Shorts, and they've gone pretty well. And just like always, I have more questions. So I'm playing through, and there's this guy. His name is Cubone.
Yep.
Right? He's a little guy with a skull and a little bone stick. So you've told me to start reading the Pokédex a bit more. It says it wears the skull of its mother on its head. And I have questions. The first of being, is that still true now, or do they recant it? Because there's a big issue if it's not.
Is it does it grow into their head, or does it
No, it wears the skull of its dead mother on its head.
Yes.
Okay, then that makes is Cubone endangered? Because that means every time they try to make one baby, the mother has to die for the skull to be on the Cubone's head. Right?
Maybe?
It's the only thing that makes sense to me.
We'll go with it.
It makes sense to me.
We'll go with it.
Cubone is an
Take care of your
endangered
Cubone. It's endangered.
Yeah.
And don't breed it with a Snorlax.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you do, you're actually saving the Cubones from being dead. Maybe that's how they're surviving. They're just crossbreeding with other
The men are fine.
Yeah. All the males are chill. Yeah, all the women just die at childbirth. As soon as the egg is born, it just goes and cracks. Oh Lord.
Oh no. It's meant to be sad. But no, you found a way to make it concerning.
It's concerning. It's like the praying mantis situation where the female eats the male.
So how do praying mantises live and function?
The thing is that the praying mantis lays a bunch of eggs, not just one. And it's the female that can reproduce with other males. The male can't produce baby. It can only produce 50%, and then it gets its head chopped off.
Right.
So that's the difference between mantises. It's similar, but in reverse. But
yeah, it seems there's not really a bargain sale for mother skulls, so
yeah, you can't really have
multiple kids.
Yeah, and I know the Pokemon, they don't really have twins or triplets or anything like that. It's only one child at a time, as far as I'm aware.
That is true. That is true. It's one Pokemon child at a time.
Okay. I have another question for you, Grimzy.
Interesting. Yes.
So, maybe I'm stupid. Maybe not. But without reading the Pokédex, because I figured I'll just say this question for you. Is Jigglypuff related to Clefairy? Because they're both pink, they're both round, and they're both just annoying little shits, and I hate dealing with them.
Well, okay. So it's they both need moonstones to evolve. And from what I remember from the old anime is Clefairy came from the moon. So I think Jigglypuff probably did the same thing. It's like their neighbor.
Oh, okay. So not directly related, but they're just cousins.
Yeah, I think they're cousins.
Okay. I think that's good. That's good. So I'm about to finish my game copy of Fire Red. I'm at the Elite Four, right? Which is great.
Ooh.
But I had a question from the way back in my head, and it's been bugging me for a while. How come Professor tries to call us Red, and tries to call my rival, who I've named Butthead, Blue? How come he doesn't remember anyone's name except for my mom's name, which is concerning.
Oh, wow! I think you know the reason why he remembers your mom.
We don't talk about that. I just why is it? I thought maybe it was a reference to because you mentioned before the original game copies were red and blue, so I figured maybe it's that what it is? It's just a reference.
That is their canonical names of the characters, and then Ash Ketchum is a representation of Red, but not is Red.
Okay, so Red exists in the same universe as Ash, but they're not the same.
Kind of so, but. Instead, think of it instead of Ash being loud and obnoxious and not really good at Pokemon battles. Red's a silent protagonist, doesn't say anything, and a badass. That's how it is.
like I'm thinking maybe did Red take the last Pokemon before Ash could get there in the anime? That's why Ash got a Pikachu.
Oh God, I don't even remember.
Yeah,
There was excuses why all of the other the other two Pokemon were taken, but I don't think Gary Oak explained. I think there was a reason. I just haven't watched the first episode in a long time.
Okay. So I
I
noticed.
think they're very loose.
I had noticed there's like no guns. We've mentioned this before. There's no guns in the Pokemon world, right? Because you have Pokemon. Yeah. So does that mean you could like tell the Pokemon to like perform assassinations and shit? Or do they have like an internal moral code where they can't kill humans for some reason, even though they beat the crap out of them, put them in balls and shit? Like explain that, because I'm like, if Team Rocket really wanted to get shit done, they would just hire like a Caesar to go slice up Ash while he's sleeping. But like, I don't get that part. That part confuses me.
So I think why they don't deal with Ash is Ash is not a real problem, I think. And I don't think Ash is profitable. I think Jesse and James are just theater kids with a budget. But what you're saying about the moral code, I think some animals do kind of have a moral code. So I think some Pokemon may have a moral code, because I feel like the Growlithe and the Arcanenes, I feel like they do have a bit of a moral justice and will not want to harm, even though they can literally flamethrower and bake someone alive. I reckon they have a bit of morals to them.
Flambe.
The Scizor part, yes. I feel like the Scizor might be scary, but that's why we have Arcanine. Fire beats bug.
I guess. So
the Scyther.
Another question I have, right?
Yep.
And maybe I'm just stupid. Someone told me that certain Pokemon have come from different regions, right? Like when I did the Geodude video, someone mentioned in the comments that they can't wait to see me find an Alolan Geodude. And I was like, okay, I looked it up, and I was like, that thing looks pretty fucking cool. I won't lie. So that got me thinking, are there like, how do I say this without saying stupid? Are there
No, go for it.
regional legendaries of the same legendaries that already exist? Like, can I find like an Alolan Mew and Mewtwo, or is that like a no-no?
Not Mew and Mewtwo. They haven't been made. Mewtwo has been given some treatment, with the Mega Evolutions, but there are regional variants of legendaries, and you have encountered 3 of them. They look different. Yeah. It's you've encountered the base forms of them, and then in a different game that is on the Switch, there are regional variants of them.
You're talking about like the
Funny birds.
I can get their names. Hold on. I've been practicing. Okay. I know Zapdos. Because he's 2. Moltres.
He's 2.
Because he's 3.
Yep.
The first one always gets me. Isakuno? Right? Because it's Uno at the end for 1?
It's Kuno at the end, correct. But it's not Icy Kuno.
Snow Akuno? Is it like something weird like a Spanish word?
Articuno, like
Articuno.
Articuno. Articuno.
But one's called Zap. One's called Molt. Like molten lava.
Molten?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Why is one called Arctic? One is what happens when you put your fork in a socket. You get zapped. The other one is like what you step in if you go into a volcano. And the third one's a whole terrain.
Yeah, but it's icy, isn't it?
I think that was just a stupid name. That's a dumb name for a Pokemon. That's like naming a Pokemon Mewtwo, knowing damn well it doesn't evolve from Mew.
Right. Well, what can I tell you? The Bingus juice was strong with that one, so they needed to put a 2 on the end. I think he named himself.
No.
Actually, I think Mewtwo... We should watch the movie together at some point. I think Mewtwo saw the Mew and then realized the DNA, and he goes, I'm Mewtwo.
Christ, that's terrible. That's a terrible joke. But knowing how the Pokemon
English,
are...
by the way. Or Japanese, depending on what localization you watch the movie.
Or Spanish. Yeah, Spanish is another one. I've seen him speak Spanish.
Spanish.
Mewtwo speaking Spanish is a trip. I'm not gonna lie to you. He says a lot of words real fast. But so
Yep.
So since we're the topic of legendaries, right? I had another thought because people gave me shit that I admitted that I killed Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. They said, you killed them? I was like, they come back, right? He said, no, once you defeat them, they're gone. Now, the Pokemon game says that they faint, right? Important. You don't kill them, you faint them. We all know we killed them. So, is the reason why a fainted legendary can't come back is because wild Pokemon are like excluded in the Pokemon healthcare system? Like, do they need like identification to get into the building? Says, hey, I'm like definitely fainted here. I need to get revived so I can like man the bird weather or some shit. I don't get that. That makes no sense to me. Why can't the legendaries come back? Like, it's a legendary Pokemon. You saying my little Pikachu zaps a freaking Moltres and it goes Pichu and it goes away and it's gone forever and it's like, oh, there goes legendary. They're gone forever. Like, what's the point in that? No, it makes no sense to me.
Okay, so for an example, there's one of the bird, and if you poof it, it's poofed. So, but if you like kill like a simple Magikarp, there's probably 1,000 Magikarp in that pond. So you just find a different one.
Yeah.
So
then
fainted.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
They need to be caught by a trainer to be allowed in the Poke Center. I don't think they.
Nurse Joy.
They need to be covered on.
You need to extend your healthcare plan to wild Pokemon.
Under insurance. Yeah,
that's ridiculous. I hate the Pokemon healthcare system, man. I thought mine was bad.
It's free if you have the insurance.
No, they're like, if you don't have papers, we're not healing you. Get out of here, Moltres. Get out of here,
Stray
Zapdos.
Pokemon. Get out. Yeah, that's why the Moltres is trying to get. He's actually out there with like a tin can, like rattling it, asking for tips from local trainers outside the Poke Center to get healed.
But that's the problem, right? The trainers are gonna go poof, and then Moltres is gone. Like, I don't get that. That's dumb. That's dumb. The legendary Pokemon should be able to come back in their own special way. Are you telling me in the wild, if I faint a Pokemon, it just sits there and never gets recover at all? No, it's a feint.
I think
you wake up from a feint. That's what confuses me.
I actually think you cause like reprimandable damage or whatever the word I'm trying to find is, and it can't recover. It's in a cast. It's in crutches. That Pikachu will never work again, and it's because you bullied it with your Graveler. That's level 56 or 54. My bad.
And since we're on the topic about catching Pokemon, though, I had another question.
Yeah,
I'm full of questions.
Okay, go for it.
So, are certain Pokemon, like, how do I say this? Are certain Pokemon not allowed to be caught, like endangered or illegal? Because, like, I'm wondering half now, like the Cubone thing, right? Like, the whole mating thing, that confuses me, because that means technically they're endangered, but you can still capture a Cubone. But, like, are there Pokemon that, oh, God, you can't catch that one, so it's endangered? No. Bad. Don't touch it. No.
No, there's no rules against that. You throw a Pokeball at that thing's head, and if it gets stuck in the ball, that's your property now.
But are there endangered Pokemon?
Not off the top of my head. Besides every legendary Pokemon only having one copy of it, is that considered endangered? The fact that legendaries can't breed with other Pokemon, is that classified as endangered? Then yes.
Yeah. So
the legendary Pokemon and mythical Pokemon are endangered because they can't breed.
So I killed 3 endangered species on my run of Pokemon. Oh Lord.
Yes.
That's terrible.
Yes. You someone yelled pull and you
Kabam!
them out of the sky. Yeah.
Okay. Last question for this episode, right?
Go for it.
It's a doozy. You got this. So, the very beginning of the game, Professor Oak's like, hey there, kiddo. Here's this red box. I need you to go scan all the Pokemon and collect them all. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, halfway through the game, I started to realize, why the fuck can't I just, like, look up the names of the Pokemon, go on my computer, which they have computers everywhere, just download the information on my Pokédex and be like, okay, I'm good. Well, what's the point of the Pokédex? There's no point in the Poké. It's not like, hey, I'm registering how many of blah, 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 or blah, blah, blah. That would make sense. No, I need you to go look at one Diglett, scan it, capture it, and be like, okay, this is a Diglett. What if we know what's called a diglet? We know what it looks like. Why do we, as like 10-year-old children, need to go out there, go catch a diglet, and go, "Here, Professor, a diglet. Oh my God, a diglet! Yay, a diglet! You take one. Now go get down trio. Oh, okay, Professor. What's the fucking point? I don't get that. That makes no sense to me because I'm like, the internet exists. They can go on there. I saw in the TV show Ash was like, I'm gonna look up blah blah blah. If you can look up how to get ferry tickets across freaking lake blah blah blah, then it just doesn't make sense to me because why don't they just go on the computer, download a complete Pokédex, and be like, okay, now I have no question with Pokemon. I can scan it and be like, this is a blah blah blah. Not, what Pokemon is that, Ash? Gee, I don't know. Scan. Oh, that's a Diglett. It makes no sense to me. If the information's already on the Pokédex, all we have to do is scan it like you're doing the little phone ID shit, like little QR codes. What's the point? It's already out there.
QR codes on them. You gotta scan them.
No, but
maybe
maybe
on the backside of the Magnemite, you just scan the QR code.
You don't get it. Why do we as 10-year-olds have to go fill out a Pokédex, which already is full and done and exists? Like, there's not a single Pokemon. They go, we don't know what that Pokemon is. You have to scan it for us. They go, oh yeah, I want you to go out there around Kanto region, scan me a couple of Diglets, a Cubone, and a Snorlax. Why? Get you out of the house. I want to go to your mom. I don't know what Professor Oak's trying to do, but
that's the secret reason. Yeah,
it's just it's a story
reason.
Concept that makes no sense to me.
For the 10-year-olds, it does sound weird for a 10-year-old to go out into the world and do all that. From what I understand is Professor Oak has been studying Pokemon for years. And the fact that he actually hasn't filled out the whole Pokédex himself, he's entrusted young kids like his grandson and his grandson's like town friend, aka you, to go finish his work. So that is the actual kind of story. It isn't filled out, and it is weird how he gives you the funny Pokédex, and it's basically empty. I don't know why it's fully empty, but let's say him as an adult going around, he's probably discovered 60 to 80% of it. In reality, he wants you to discover the rest on your journey. Because obviously, I don't think he's seen a Mew, or a Mewtwo, or the 3 birds that you shot by accident. I know that for sure.
Probably for the best.
So he hasn't completed it. He's entrusting his these 10-year-olds to get out of the house and get a job.
So
and that's
I'm just getting that Grandpa can't use the computer and download the Pokédex. That's all I'm getting out of that.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's like the 90s, so in the game kind of like thing. So it's kind of old school. So we don't even have, because a lot of stuff he had, I think, is all paper research that he's manually logged into a computer. So I guess it is just Wi-Fi retrieving his notes, and if you make new notes, then and there, being like, wow, this dog trio did it, is just little funny 3 little fellas, then you get to upload it to the database. So you are adding to it, but the game just does it for you, because why would it make a kid write out a little log of what the Pokemon looks like?
Okay. Well,
yeah,
I think as an episode, this was a good first official episode for it.
Yeah.
I think we did good. If you guys have any questions or responses to some of the shit we've said, feel free to comment, tag us,
yes,
go online, harass us, tell me I'm stupid, tell Grimzy he's wrong, either or.
Yes.
Feel free. We're down to
It will be interesting to see.
Mm-hmm.
I don't prep these answers. I have to use my knowledge of me being a 10-year-old, and my brain's mush, so I don't remember much.
Yeah, I only prep these questions because I have so many I have to write them down. That's it.
Well, he's very inquisitive.